It's Tuesday, August 9th. We're headed south on Trail 7161, also known as the Twin Butte Trail. Our destination today is Dad's Lake, where we're going to camp for a couple of nights. Beginning to drop into the East Fork River Valley, where we will cross the river and take the Francis Lake Trail to Dad's Lake. That's where we plan to spend 2 nights at. A river valley just like this one would make an ideal campsite. Plenty of grass for the horses, level ground for tents, fresh water, and fishing. But it won't be today. We need to push on to Dad's Lake. You go ahead and lead. I'm just going to get everybody going across. This is day 3. We are headed to Dad's Lake. We're just coming from Silver Lake, which ended up to be in Little Silver or Upper Silver Lake. We have 10 guys, 20 stock. 8 of the fellas are from Missouri. David and I from Nebraska. They're out for 10 days. David and I are out for 6 or 7. Actually, I think we're out for 7 or 8. And we got a road stoppage. Right here, this here's Hopper right there. That's Hopper. Okay, so it was right about here where things started going a little crazy. The 2 lead guys were up the hill quite a bit, up in this area up here, and there was a couple of big boulders on each side of the trail. Now it was pretty tight. We were on a pretty steep incline and pretty steep to both sides actually. So first mule went through it just fine, and the pack mule went through it just fine. And the second pack mule was a big old tall pack mule. Okay, cleared the rocks just fine. Well, the second rider rode through, and the pack mule come up against both boulders on each side with its packs, and it stopped it dead, and it backed up and it hit it again, trying to go through it, and it couldn't quite make it. It just hit and stopped him. So that old mule, he backed up and he decided he was going to lunge right up over that thing. Well, he reared up, and the hill was so steep that when he reared up, he just went right over on backwards. Went tumbling down the hill right towards all these other animals right here. Okay, once that happened, it was kind of chaos. There was a lot of animals scrambling and stuff like that. So I'm clear here in the back here, and you know, this is happening clear up here up the hill here. And I holler up, I said, "What happened?" Well, and David yelled back that an animal rolled over backwards and fell down the hill. And I said, "Is everybody all right?" And he said, "Well, it must be just fine because it's laying there eating grass." So they gathered it back up, got off and gathered it back up, straightened out the packs, and found a way around those rocks. So we got up over those rocks, got up around there, and we got up on this trail here. And it became very evident very soon that we weren't going to be able to make it down this trail. That trail was all blowdown up there. There's trees 2 foot, 3 foot round laying across that trail, and no one had cleared that trail at all yet. So what we ended up doing was trying to search for a way around it, and every time we found a way around one blowdown, why there was another blowdown another 20 yards down the trail. So it was decided right then and there we were going to come back down this, and we were going to go go down to the river and create a new plan and figure out what we were going to do. So this next video you're about to see is us coming down that trail and making our way down that trail, and hopefully you can see how steep it was. Down here. All the way around the end.
everybody be doing it with
Are you dang right?
Easy, everybody be doing it with
Are you dang right? Well, now that the trail to Dad's Lake is blocked, both David and Keith looked at the maps and have determined that Dad's Lake is just not going to be our destination. If we were to go there, we'd end up backtracking the very next day, and that just didn't make a lot of sense to do that. So they decided to look at some possible campsites along the way. Bolter Lake, Twin Lakes, just to name a few. We're going to be headed south towards the Big Sandy Trailhead, and we'll eventually hook up with the Continental Divide Trail. If all else fails, we can't find a spot along the way, we're going to push on to Meeks Lake. In the end, today was a good day to be in the saddle.
Let's say the things that we both know. Gonna take these words and make them stone. I know a place on the edge of town. The whiskey and the wind are the only sound. Let's make like a tree, grow some roots, do all the things that old folks do. I need you and you need me. What else more could someone need? You've got a key and I've got a lock. Let's build a house upon a rock. Let's build a house upon a rock. Want someone to lie with, rely on to fly with. Wanna drive all night and head out west. Get lost in Montana, find the Santa Ana. If we're going nowhere, we're going nowhere fast. Hard times come and hard times pass. I'll be there when the sky turns black. I need you and you need me. What else more could someone need? You've got a key and I've got a lock. Let's build a house upon a rock. Let's build a house upon a rock. More could someone need? You got a key and I've got a lock. Let's build a house upon a rock. Let's build a house upon upon a ride.